what are the employment opportunities that we have in the post-lockdown economy? We are going to see a lot of entrepreneurship on this one. So we see that community based will be prominent. Lot of small things that you are looking at. Earlier, the Kashi jobs, no, very good kind of jobs now have become people are looking into it in a different way. Okay, looking into starting small business that creates product. Okay, so entrepreneurship is going to be the next thing. So people are going to start small entrepreneurship. Lot of them will fail, lot of them will gain, but lot of entrepreneurship and new things are going to come because and I'll talk to that in a gig economy, which is going to talk shortly. And skill will outweigh credentials. What is behind your name is not going to define what you are. Your skills is more important. Say for example, you have a specialized skill of say web development. You need not have to be a BE engineer or as a computer science person to no do that. A web engineer, a web designer can be anyone, even a 10th standard student can do it. So the skills are going to be more important than the credentials that you are going to have. Definitely credentials will be there based on if you are for the skills, that credential is important. Say for example, you are planning to do some Google Analytics, okay, or you want to have some no some web related thing that you want to do. That time the client may insist on having a credential based on the way that you are going to do. But if you have enough reason to prove that your skill is good enough to showcase your work, that is not going to stop you from being an entrepreneur or being your skill being taken up. So entrepreneur can be a one stop, one laptop kind of thing also, and the way that business being done is also being changed. Okay. Now, remote work and digitization is a new norm. So you may you be sitting in Chennai and be working for a guy in China or in Japan or US or any place, could be Australia, or you will be giving work to person in Australia. So lot of remote work is going to happen. The timings are going to be changed. The way that this actually the lockdown has no forced. Earlier we were seeing that the corporates were not so no coming up and accepting working remotely. They were very stingy, like took the foot to let people work remote. Now, as I discussed in the previous thing, it is now going to be how much you work, how many hours of work, rather than what is your work, that is going to define the payments, okay, or the salaries or whatever we say. So your skills are important. So remote working, but remote working is possible only when you have the required skill set. You cannot be a new joinee and suddenly say that I will work remotely. You will not have any idea. So there has to be some way that we are going to juggle between these two. But remote working is going to be the next thing that we are going to look for. So there is a lot of opportunities that we are looking working remotely, and digitization is helped everywhere. We were facing now issues. Now, if you see that the discussion we are having, I need not have to come to Chennai and discuss these things with you. I'm sitting somewhere in one part of India and then I'm discussing with you. Can happen any part of it. So digitization has really helped us in no bridging the gap here. So I am talking to you at a different location and these things. So digitization has become the new norm. Person with having very less or the place where less digital footprint is there, that is going to be an issue there. So definitely, when there is a need, people are coming up with a different thing. If you see that a lot of companies are working towards improving the digitalization network and to ensure that they are doing. Then we have some issues on the security that also has been taken care. If you see that even Zoom has come up with an idea wherein no the remote security features have been put. Okay, I'll take one question here wherein I've been asked a question. So, what is the scope of business like cloud kitchens, which do not allow dine-in but deliver food using aggregators like Swiggy and Zomato? Do you think this kind of business would work? Yes, it will work because social distancing is one of the key things that we are looking. Okay, so the cloud kitchens are going to be the new norm, and people who are no particularly who are working a lot, they need a kind of space wherein they can give that kind of thing. So there's definitely cloud kitchen is going to work as per my understanding. Sanjay is asking a question. When we talk about opportunity, we Indians have more labor power next to China. So can India make use of this? By accepting manufacturing hubs. Yes, Sanjay, what you said is right. We are more labor intensive people. We have to see, but the problem with the social distancing and the mindset is that we have to rethink the way that we are doing manufacturing. We have to make a small hubs, as you said, rightly said. We are going to have a lot of hubs. Now we have to also look into reskilling the labor in that way. We have to skill the labor to ensure that the kind of products that we are giving, that kind of training has to be imparted. So the world is going towards automation, the world is going towards robotics, and the small level manufacturing is not going to work in this kind of scenario. So hubs will be there where you are more monitoring, or you are doing sort of a supervision with a skilled work is going to be more. So the labor work, again, if you see, that will be shifted towards more labor intensive thing. As of now, that capital intensive things are also, we are not expecting to go much. Okay. Now, Mr. Mohan is asking a question. What will be the impact for places like Mysore, B towns, when compared to Bangalore? Will corporate moves to B town to avoid crowding? Now, this is a very important question. So, if we see the trend, we are becoming more global village. It's no longer is going to be a B town or a C town or a D town. We are not going. This is going to be your digital footprint is what people are going to have. There may be a reason where the corporates will not set up an office, or maybe an office just for the sake of it they will have. Otherwise, we are looking into more remote working. Okay, so if you see that people who are in Bangalore are actually there's a huge. If you see, the problem is that the IT guys were the first to go back to their home. No, that is what, and they found that the huge rush of people going away from the main city and to so when we see that you can work from there also, there is no point in having. So my suggestion, my understanding of the situation is that there will not be much change. One, and the in fact it is going to be reduced. Is what I think, that they are going to reduce their office space considerably, and having more having more remote working. Okay, so that is one of the questions thing. So I'll go to the next thing that we are discussing. That is on delivery support. But still, we need to have, as one of the students have asked this question, is that whether people like Zomato and can work as a cloud kitchen and all. So there still will be delivery support that will be required, and it is going to go multifold, because people are not going to move from their place of work. That means place of stay. They are still able to not come out of that mindset of no lockdown. So it is going to take a lot of time to building that trust in the community. It is going to, so that time the delivery support personnel are going to really work on it. So there, that is a very good opportunity that we see. Now the last one is the before that is a gig economy. Gig economy means doing small work. Earlier we were thinking only of a long term. When you say, like, when we were studying, our parents used to tell about no, join a government job or join a no bank job or that kind of thing. Now people are looking into small gigs. That means that the risk is low, but you get paid for it. Okay, so they want people. The companies are not inclined in hiring permanent staff. Okay, so gig jobs, that is doing for a small thing, and then so on and off. So it's not the worker, it's a skill set also we are looking, which is going to do small gigs and then log off. So small projects, finish it off, take the money and go to the next one. So there will be not too much of pressure on the companies, the corporates, and as well as if you see that we can move on to a better program. So gig economy, or as we call freelancer, this is something which is going to be the norm. Small taking things and doing it. So because they also don't, the companies also, the corporates are also not inclined on giving a long-term employment. Okay, and because having a long-term employment as a commitment is a different commitment. They are not sure about the commitment. That is the reason the gigs are going to work and say, okay, fine, I'm not. If you don't have the business, I'm okay to log off. Okay. Now, one more major thing which is going to come up is the education sector, learning and coaching. Already, people have started doing it. If you see that, no coaching, small YouTube channels have come in. You have channels for say gym or a trainer or a cooking classes, anything for that matter. You have started having channels and you get paid for it. And then online classes on, so you can have create 4 5 people, and then you see that there is a requirement. The parents, if they say, if they have a kid of around 6 to 7 years and it's not, he is not for last 2 3 months, this child has not, so they are concerned about, how to improve their education, or they're just whiling away their time. Because that is one of the biggest no things that people are not worried that they don't have money. People are worried if they are not improving themselves or their children. So that education learning is something which is going to grow up multifold. And howsoever programs you have, the videos and all those things, you cannot replace a teacher or a person talking to you face to face and talk to him, and explain. So that is also going to improve a lot about it. And people, the major thing is that people are seeing the benefits. If I want, I can see a person from a very respectful university. He can give a, what is happening here. I'm talking to you and trying to see what is my ideas. Okay, maybe that was not possible earlier. Now things are changing. Okay, now we have a question from Lavanya. Okay, what will happen to the daily wage workers when pandemic is relaxed? So they will be back. Okay, the work is going to get back. Lavanya, we are expecting the sector to come back on full. So okay, now what about the people who are no, there is a major shift of people going back to their hometown. So we are expecting some sort of thing from the government to come make them come back and start working. There is a shift in the way that things are doing. But the daily wage workers, we are expecting them to come back on track. Because you have to, the government has to work on the economy, and that is one of the key areas of economy. People will definitely, the policymakers are looking into it. Okay, now Irene has asked a question. Since the most of the world is still in lockdown, what will be the recovery rate of world economy? This is a very important question. So recovery is going to be slow. We are not expecting this to go away in next 1.5 to 2 years. There will be slow recovery, but recovery is going to be. We have seen the bad things already. Now it cannot go beyond. It is going to go up only. And people have started looking into how best to improve upon. Okay, so one of the major challenges when we started doing is that the kind of scare that we had. Now we are out of the scare, and we have sort of made ourselves, resigned ourselves to the